Welcome to another mock talk. Going to talk a little bit about failure today. Thomas Edison had a great perspective on failure, and this was his quote. He said, and he was the one who gave us a light bulb, which I'm sure we take for granted. You go into a room, flip the switch, you expect the light bulb to come on. But that wasn't something that came about easily. In fact, he says, I haven't failed. I found 10,000 ways that haven't worked. And it would have been easy to quit at that time. But instead, he continued to take action, showed great innovation, was persistent, had great ambition, and was resilient. And as a result, we got things like the light bulb, which I'm sure we're very grateful for. So, things are going to be challenging times. Life will throw you difficulties. You may fail, and how are you going to respond? Are you going to get back up? Are you going to show resilience? Are you going to show persistence? Are you going to take action? Are you going to be innovative and continue to fight and continue to get better? Or are you going to give up? And I can think of some examples of people that we've seen great success from, but we never maybe didn't see behind the scenes things, or we didn't look at their history and see what they went through to get there. I've studied Nick Saban and Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, and I hear about like Nick Saban, and he was with the Browns and they failed. He was at the University of Toledo, he was at Michigan State, and it wasn't until the game when they went to Ohio State and played, I don't know if Ohio State was number 1 or number 4 or something like that in the country, and Michigan State ended up winning the game, that he discovered or implemented, I guess, because he discovered before that, but the whole idea of the process. And that's where his career then ended up taking off from that point forward. And obviously he had great success at LSU and great success at Alabama. But again, he could have given up, he could have quit. I think about Michael Jordan and how many game-winning shots he hit, but we don't know what he did in practice and the ways that he prepared for that, and how many game-winning shots he missed before he made those game-winning shots. And I think about Kobe Bryant, who I studied and read stuff about him, and how he'd spend like an hour just working on one particular move. And again, I'm sure he encountered failure after failure after failure after failure until he got it down. So all that's to say is that don't get discouraged by failure. And if you're a believer, if you've put your faith in Christ, God makes a wonderful promise in Romans 8:28 that he promises to work out all things for the good, for those who love him, for those called according to his purpose. So we even have that on our side, if you've put your faith in Christ, that he will take whatever you're going through and work it out for the good. So, maybe you're having a difficult time at work. Maybe you failed at various jobs. Maybe you failed on the athletic field or in the athletic court. Maybe you failed in relationships. Whatever the case may be, I want to encourage you to show persistence, resilience, and getting back up and continuing the fight. Because like Thomas Edison said, I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that haven't worked. And you got to keep battling, and you got to keep fighting, and you got to keep getting better. So keep sharpening the pencil, write the script, and always remember that God's grace is sufficient. Thanks so much for listening.